On this episode, we're going to talk about sports, confidence, developing a great synthesis, and asking why. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Ask Learning Leaders show. Coach Mike here, welcoming you back here. We have another awesome episode here for you where we answer your questions live on camera. Again, if you want to send questions into the Ask Learning Leaders show, make sure to speak with your coach. Email us at ask@learningleaders.com, follow us on Instagram, and follow our Snapchat to see what we're up to throughout the course of the day. Just might give you some more information or ideas for questions. So, awesome semester so far here at Learning Leaders Shanghai. We're delighted to bring to you guys the May Day competition just later this week. We're going to be speaking with Yale Law School professor Noah Messing live on stage. We have 2 days of great events: parliamentary debate, public forum debate, impromptu speaking, and persuasive speaking for our middle school students. Awesome competition coming at you. We want to see you all there at the Hsinchu Yuan School on Longju Road in Pudong. So, can't wait. See you guys there, and let's dive right in. So, first question.
Hi, my name is Elaine, and my question for Learning Leaders is, how do I feel more confident in debates?
All right, Elaine asks a great question. How do you feel more confident in debates? Now, Elaine, and to all you other students out there who are looking for a greater degree of confidence in debates, I wish I could tell you that it was simply a matter of snapping your fingers and feeling more confident. Unfortunately, it's a little bit trickier than that. But confidence is incredibly important in debate. Patrick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is confidence in debate?
Ooh, 9.4.
9.4.
Hugely important.
Hugely important. 9.4, that means of every 10 students in a debate, 9.4 of them should exhibit confidence in a debate. 9.4. So that means we're like bisecting some student right about here, and this much of their body should have confidence. Yes, you want to have confidence in your upper body mostly. All right, not the lower body. Lower body's a little weird, but anyway. So, confidence in debate, hugely important. How do we manifest it? How do we show this to the judges? A few things. Eye contact, speaking loudly and clearly, not speaking too rapidly, keeping our body nice and still, demonstrating with gestures during our speech, and yes, knowing our material, so not reading it right off of the note card or the paper. So, how do we actually feel more confident though? Because that's what Elaine's question was. Those are the ways we demonstrate confidence, but how do we get ready for the debate? How do we feel more confident? Elaine, I think there are a number of things you can consider. So, number one is preparation. The more you know the material before you go into the event, the more likely you are to feel confident. So, reviewing those note cards ahead of time, reading that research pack is going to give you a big boost of confidence. The second thing is thinking about what the opponents might say before the debate. Now, I know this might sound a little bit silly, but it's of the utmost importance. If you can brainstorm and think ahead of time what the opponents are going to say, that can give you a big edge in your confidence. Not only because you feel ready for what the opponents will say, so you feel more confident, but also in the event that they actually do ask a question you were expecting or make a point that you were expecting them to make, you are 100% ready to handle that. So you are 100% ready to deal with that situation, and that's going to give you a big boost of confidence. So, Elaine, if you feel like preparation is completely taken care of and you feel like that's not a challenge for you, then I would have you look at a second element of confidence, and that is absolutely practice. So, practicing in front of the mirror, filming yourself, or getting feedback from coaches and peers and parents is going to absolutely help you prepare and feel more confident for the debate. The first debate you've ever been to, probably not going to be the most confident one you've delivered. But after you've done it 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 times, it's going to feel much more comfortable for you, and you're going to be much more confident with yourself in that activity. So Elaine, I would say 2 things for you. Number 1, preparation, and number 2, practice. All right, on to our next question here.
Hi, I'm Joshua. I would like to ask Learning Leaders, how can I craft a strong synthesis?
How can I craft a strong synthesis? All right, this is an awesome question, Joshua. Thank you. So, how can I craft a strong synthesis? We as debaters know that a synthesis is usually the gathering of ideas together into one overarching theory or principle or rule. To create a synthesis, we are going to use inductive reasoning. Now, a synthesis will typically come at the end of a speech, the fourth speaker's speech in a public forum, or the prime minister's speech, or leader of the opposition speech in a parliamentary debate. It'll come in the last 90 seconds or so, and what it does is to wrap up all the ideas into one cohesive theme. So how do you construct a synthesis? The first thing would be to really know what your team is saying. Have a thorough and solid understanding of every point that they're going to bring up, that your teammates are going to bring up, or you're going to bring up during the debate. You need to know that before the debate even begins, so you can start to see links and commonalities between the different points that your team provides. But then, during the debate, you also need to listen for what your opponents are saying. You can't simply pre-write a synthesis speech, because you need to always compare your side against the opponent's. So what a great synthesis speech does is it summarizes and collects your ideas into one core theme. It summarizes and collects your opponent's ideas into one core theme, and then it weighs the impacts between the two and basically tells the judge why you should win this debate. So some common themes that we hear towards the end of a debate in synthesis could be things like freedom, responsibility, security, individuality, net benefits, net costs. These are all themes that we hear towards the end of a debate that gives the debater an ability to look at the judge right in the eye and say, Mr. and Mrs. Judge, we believe that on this side you should absolutely give us your ballot, you should give us your vote, because in this case the benefits outweigh the harms as we have previously shown, and that's why the affirmative team should win today's debate. Okay? That could just be one relatively straightforward example of how you might be able to finish off a synthesis speech towards the end of your fourth speaker's address. But it's a great question. A synthesis is really context specific, but it's all about collecting the ideas on both sides and then weighing them and saying which team won the debate and why. Okay, I think we have time here for another one. Looks like it's silent. Hey guys, when you watch a video on your computer, make sure you turn mute off. All right, let's see here.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I want to ask Learning Leaders, what is your favorite sport?
What is your favorite sport? Love it. Roger, thank you. Patrick, what are you working with here? What is your favorite sport?
I like skateboarding. I think it's creative, it promotes confidence, and it's just fun.
Defend this skateboarding, Patrick. Is skateboarding a sport?
I think so. It's competitive.
X Games.
It's got superstars, it's got sponsors, it's got the X Games, it's got the Street League, which is kind of like the NFL of skateboarding now.
The NFL is skateboarding?
Kind of, yeah.
Meaning they're taking steroids and they're hitting each other?
I don't know, they're just competing, and it's come a long way from what it used to be, I think.
Yeah. So it's no longer just a mode of transportation.
Nope, it's competitive sport. It's got like basically sponsored athletes and everything.
That's sweet.
And
That's cool.
It's really fun to watch, and it's really fun to see it evolve. And it's fun to do as well.
Dang. Do you have any videos of you skateboarding?
Not recent ones, but when I was young I had a skate segment.
Do you have it on the computer?
I think it's on a DVD.
It's on DVD. so we can't link it up here? Alright. Well, so we can't link up a skateboarding video of Coach Patrick, but what we will link up is Coach Patrick's favorite skateboarding video online right now.
Yeah.
So make sure to click the link below so you can check that out and you can see how fresh, how funky fresh, how fantastically funky fresh skateboarding is as a sport. Coach Fukuko can ride a unicycle, Coach Patrick can ride a skateboard, Coach Hans and Maggie can skate. I walk. It does well for me. That's my mode of transportation. That's it. My favorite sport? Ice hockey, probably. Grew up playing ice hockey, love it to death. That's what I did 5 or 6 days a week from when I was 6 years old until when I was 14. Fastest game in the world, I think. Just the puck moves so quickly from point A to point B. We got to get Coach Hans back on here to tell you all about it. But say ice hockey, and then squash is a close second, and then sailing would be third. Sailing counts?
Yeah.
Sailing counts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Well, sound off below. Let us know what your favorite sports are, and follow us on the Snapchat at LearningLeaders to see videos of Coach Patrick skateboarding. Challenge accepted?
Yeah.
Challenge accepted. All right. Thank you. All right. Thanks very much for the questions, Elaine, Roger, and Joshua. We're now going to move on to the quotation of the day.
Quotation of the day!
All right. So the quotation of the day comes to you from Richard Feynman, an American physicist, studied at MIT, got his PhD at Princeton. You could say he was a smart guy. And rather than a quotation, it's a question. And it's this: what did you ask in school today? Not what did you learn in school today, not what did you study in school today, but what did you ask in school today? And this was a question that Richard Feynman would ask all the members of his community, who were, for the most part, students. Now, why is this an important quotation or question? It's important because asking questions is the first step to solving a problem or to finding an answer. Without the ability to ask questions as a student, as a debater, you are severely limiting your possibilities and your chances for learning and for developing your own intellectual capabilities. So in debate, there are kind of three types of debaters, or three classes of debaters. There are the implementers, there are the problem solvers, and there are the problem finders. The implementers are those students who take the research packet from their coach with pre-cut cards, and they go in there and they practice that speech until they have it perfect, and then they go to the competition and they deliver that speech. They implement. Then there are the problem solvers, the ones who will get a question from their coach. How do you prove that space exploration outweighs ocean exploration, for instance? And then they'll answer that question. They'll go research, they'll develop their own arguments, and then they'll deliver the speeches. But then, finally, there are the select few of students who are really the problem finders and the question askers. These debaters, these students, are willing to go even a level deeper and ask themselves, why does this problem matter in today's world? Why are we debating it? What is the significance of this issue at all? And so this, I believe, is truly what Richard Feynman is getting to when he asked the question, what did you ask in school today? It's, are you taking agency and initiative for your own learning experience? And are you taking advantage of every opportunity that's given to you? And asking questions, diving deeper, learning more,